Item 10. Capacitor Reactor. Learning objective. First, understand the type and functions of power capacitor. Second, understand the composition and model of power capacitor. Third, master the calculations method of reactive power composition capacity. Fourth, master the function of series reactor. Content. 1. Classification and functions of parallel capacitor. 2. Parallel capacitor device configuration. 3. Type of capacitor. 4. Parallel capacitor wiring. 5. Calculation of composition capacitor of parallel capacitor. 6. Classification and function of reactor. One. Classification and function of parallel capacitor. 1. Parallel capacitor. It is used in parallel on the power grid to compensate and reactive power of the inductive load of the power system, so as to improve the power factor of the system, improve the power quality, reduce the line loss, and maintain the balance of reactive power of the system. 2. Series capacitor. Used to compensate the identical reactance of the line, improve the voltage level at the end of the line, improve the dynamic and static stability of the system, improve the voltage quality of the line, increase the transmission distance, and increase the power transmission capacity. 3. Voltage equalizing capacitor. Generally connected in parallel to the break of the circuit breaker, so that the voltage between the breaker is evenly distributed when it broken. Limit and applicate of the recovery voltage of the fracture in the process of disconnecting the circuit, and use the principle that the capacitor voltage cannot drop. 2. Parallel capacitor device configuration. 1. Power capacitor structure diagram. The composition of the capacitor device. Switching device. Circuit breakers. Isolating switch. Main function devices. Parallel capacitor. Series reactor. Over voltage protection device. Discharge device. Single capacitor protection fuse. Thin oxide arrestor grounding switch. Framework measurement, control, and protection device. Voltage and current ratio equipment, measuring instruments, relay protection device. Functions of each component in parallel capacitor device. Parallel capacitor. Compensate reactive power and improve grid power factor. Series reactor. Suppress closing in rush current and grid harmonies. Discharge device. Discharge the stored energy of the capacitor and provide a relay protection signal. Zinc, arrestor and overvoltage protection device. Suppressions operations over voltage. Single capacitor tension fuse. Provide fast protection for interpoled short circuit of capacitor without internal fuse. Grounding switch. Used for safe grounding during maintain. Conductor, post-insulated frame, and so on. Constitute winding system and current circuit. Current transformer, as a signal detection are united for capacitor internal fault protection. Three, type of capacitor. 1. BF 1220001W. B means slot capacitor. F means that the impregnating age is diary length. M means full field. 12 means rated voltage. 200 means rated capacitor. 1 means phase number. W redundant number. This is the BCMJ 0.4 15 3. B means parallel capacitor. C means the impregnated get oiled. M means full field. J means metallized products. 0.4 means rated voltage. 15 means rated capacitor. 3 means three-phase. 4. Parallel capacitor wiring. Wiring type and feature. Triangle connections. Star connections. Two, internal wiring of the capacitor. Parallel connection first and then series connection. Series connection first and then parallel connection. Parallel connection first and then serial connection look like in this picture on the left. Serial connection first and then parallel connection like the picture on the right. Wiring of parallel capacitor bank. Typical wiring for parallel capacitor bank look like the picture. The wiring of the parallel capacitor bank is related to the rated voltage capacitor, single capacitor of the capacitor, and the operations mode of the natural point of the system. Five, calculation of compensation capacity of parallel capacitor. Selection and calculation of the compensation capacitor. 1. The installation capacity of capacitor should be determined according to the factors such as improving power factor, increasing operating voltage, and reducing light loss. 2. Calculation of compensation capacity. The formula is over here. This is an example. We use the formula to know. Six, classification and function of a reactor. Classification and function of reactor. Parallel reactor. Generally connected between the end of ultra-high voltage transmission line and the earth. Reactive power compensation. Current limit reactor. Filter reactor. Egg suppression reactor. Communication reactor. Furnace reactor. Start reactor. Summarize. First, the function of parallel, series, and voltage equalizing capacitor, and the function of series reactor. 2. Compensation capacity calculation. This is the homework. Please finish the homework after the class. Thank you for learning.